It's fucked up when the citizens of Hawkins have to explain to the city attorney what the law says, and he still gives the fucking city council horrible advice to do illegal shit. But that's what happened here.
The next item on the agenda is to discuss and approve city personnel complaints. We will go at this time adjourn to executive session. It is 6:03 p.m.
Can I ask a question on this one?
Sure.
Okay, it says city personnel complaints. Who's the complaints against?
I can't discuss that. That's all
Which
in
department
executive.
is it?
Yes, you can, and you
Can't
have to.
discuss that.
And why
Yes, you
can't
can.
you?
You have
That's supposed to
to.
be listed on the complaint.
There are two. The complaint shows section 551.074.
Madam Mayor, yes, you can.
I can tell who the complaint's against.
Yes.
I'm a former mayor, yes.
Okay. It's against the water department and the administration department.
The entire department?
No.
Then which two?
Madam Mayor,
No, which two?
the parties that are being complained against have a right to know
And they will.
before, so
executive
that,
session.
and they can choose, this is Texas governmental code, they can choose to have that discussion made public.
Ron?
As long as it's a grievance.
No,
Yeah,
the city
yes.
attorney just said.
It's a personnel matter.
Well, it's a personnel matter, it's grievance, yeah. Yeah.
55107 Form B.
There you go.
Okay, if y'all wanna air the dirty laundry, okay.
We don't have any dirty laundry, but we'll air the laundry, that's for sure.
Who are the two complaints against?
One of them's not here.
Who are they against?
Okay, Mandy, it's a minor complaint against her. The other two is Cindy and Mike.
Okay.
Okay, can we know what the complaints are?
With, both of y'all's
Involving
been,
the city attorney, you generally go into closed session, and
Oh,
if the employee
God.
at that time chooses to come out here and have their personal, that's their individual right. It's not to be decided by a crowd, former mayors, or anybody else in the audience. It's their right, once they go back there, if they want to come back out here and have it aired out publicly, it's not a group choice.
The employees have not been notified of any complaints during this whole 2 months.
Mayor, if we can keep this discussion with the council,
okay,
if any of those three people wish to have their complaint heard in the public session, they have a right to do so.
okay.
Now, one of them is not here.
Mhm.
Who's that?
Mandy,
Mandy is not here.
Mike is here.
Is Mike here?
Mike's here.
Mike's here. Does Mike want to have his complaint heard in public?
Sure do.
Okay, and is Cindy here?
Cindy's here,
Does
yes.
Cindy want to have her
Yes,
complaint?
sir.
Okay, so we can go into closed session and discuss the complaint against Mandy, and then come back out and hear the complaints against the other two.
Okay,
No, you
Well,
can't.
I think Mandy has the right to be here too.
But she's not.
She wasn't
But
notified of
should
no
she have been
complaint against her.
notified before the meeting, so
Did
that
we
they
go
could
closed
be
session?
there?
Closed session.
we know that she had COVID?
We didn't know until this meeting that,
The city secretary has to have the option of having the complaint against her discussed in an open or closed session. The city council can't keep from notifying her to try to use her absence at the meeting as a justification to go into a closed meeting when she had no clue that there was an alleged complaint against her in the first place. Either Hawkins City Attorney Ron Stutes is dumber than a box of shit, or he is openly trying to get the city of Hawkins into a lawsuit to pad his own pockets like he got fired from the city of Palestine for fucking doing. Once again, you don't have to believe me, but here's what the Texas Attorney General's office says about it.
Allows a closed session to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, or to hear a complaint or charge against an officer or employee. Now, this exception does not apply if the officer or employee who is the subject of the deliberation or hearing requests a public hearing.
Is the Hawkins City Mayor, City Council, and City Attorney Ron Stutes really so fucking stupid that they don't understand that you have to give the officer or employee a choice to fucking do that. You can't just not notify them and think that, well, then that means they didn't fucking want to have it in open session. Jesus fucking Christ.